Flexing both of you. Brian, you flexing it?
Damn, bro.
Today we got Lane Johnson, best right tackle in football, Brian Ortega, the best 145 in UFC, and Sean Brady, the #1 welterweight in the UFC. My name is Gabe Rangel, and my profession is strength and conditioning coach. So today is a dynamic upper body day, so that just means that we are gonna be moving weight as fast as possible to express power and strength.
It's a dynamic day, so dynamic is more focused on a lighter weight compared to your overall max, so 50-60% of your max. We're trying to move it for speed.
Our first exercise today is speed bench versus mini bands.
Nice.
We call that mini speed bench. So we use mini bands, which are the bands that are tied at the lateral aspects of the barbell. And what that does is it pulls on the barbell. So when you're at the top of your bench, there's gonna be the most tension in the bench. And today our red bands are almost like adding in an additional 60 to 80 pounds with the tension at the top. And all we're trying to do is move against that tension as fast as possible to create speed.
It's really like with this, like you have to find like a rhythm, like because the bands are so tight, like you have to find like the perfect spot. Because if you're like not right where you're supposed to be, your numbers are going to be.
That's what I was saying. You check the ego at the door. I don't care what the weight on the bar says. I just care that he's still within that speed range that we're going after.
66. 68.
So this is all speed. I don't like. You're kind of just ripping forward, ripping back. How's that feel?
Crazy.
Let's go 45, 10, and 5.
76. 96.
Good. Last one, best one. Come on. Move this thing. Settle, keep it still. Back it out.
17.
Rock it.
Yep.
53.
Go.
68.
There you go.
66.
A lot of sports work at one arm at a time, one leg at a time. You're never all four just on the ground doing whatever. So we always ensure that we have unilateral exercises, meaning one side at a time. So we did unilateral incline bench. So now we just increase the range on the bench. Now we have a different angle that we're using, still trying to keep a speed. We're adding a little bit more resistance there. And we did 3 sets of 12 on our incline dumbbell bench. TBar Row lane. Now that we did more pressing, we did bilateral TBar Row. They always say you can't shoot a cannon out of a canoe. Anytime you want a strong punch or something strong in the horizontal plane, you need to have a strong base to it, right? So our back is some of our best foundational work. We get a good extension at the bottom there. It really takes the scaps and opens them up for shoulder mobility. So you need a good row. Everybody does push-ups and punches all the time. You should be equaling whatever you're punching to whatever you're rowing. So ensuring that you have some type of horizontal row in your exercise or a vertical pull is super important to any program. Another one set up for you, B. Let me see. Stand up. Our next up, we have cable lifts, chops, and turns. With my fighters in the middle, I have them go into hooks, making it unilateral like we were talking about. But above and below, we keep it 2 so we could keep it a chop and a lift. No, come up more in line. And then keep the legs still. Yeah. We kind of make them dynamic in this where it's a core exercise. Anytime you're going away from your body, your fulcrum is your core. We're gonna go low to high. We're just gonna try to fire that core. So keep the arms straight. We're gonna go low to high. And you're ripping as hard as you can. 15 right, 15 left. And how I kind of individualize that is from low to high when we do chops or lifts. It's just engaging your core. And we just add a little bit more body movement so that they're grounding out of their feet and then they're expressing it through their upper body. So we have energy moving throughout.
Tension with the bands or resistance. You feel the tension all the way through the reps. Sometimes when you get a dumbbell, you can use a lot of momentum so you don't have the constant tension as you would through the band. So.
And again, like in his sport, rotary is so important because that's how you create power to actually throw a punch. And in his sport, especially when guys are coming inside or outside, he has to throw them off. So just kind of like when people talk about sport specific, we don't get too crazy, but things like that make it really easy to express strength. It's not just about being strong. It's like, can you actually show me that you're strong on the field or in a match or in a ring? Start it and then fight it. Our next exercise is a dynamic pull-off press on the reverse hyper machine. So this exercise is gonna add a dynamic effort to that frontal plane and actually add frontal plane stability. So you're gonna have to fight it like a pull-off press. We're just pressing out to the middle of our chest and your core is trying to stabilize so you stay in the middle. And the dynamic effort of the weight is gonna come off into the reverse hyper and challenge our athletes to make sure that they can try to stay stable in the frontal plane. So any pull-off press, and again, ours is being dynamic, but any pull-off press is one of the best core exercises you could do because we want stability. Like our core is supposed to be stable in that plane, especially in a lot of these guys' sports. And so this exercise is one of the best core exercises you could do for football and for combat sports.
Yeah, there's some guys that are strong in the weight room, but they get out in the field and sometimes their feet don't match with their hands, so they're not able to generate power, move people efficiently. Then there's some guys that aren't weight room warriors per se, but functionally they can hip toss people or translate power. So
our job in here is not to make greatest bodybuilders. It's just, hey, can I get you a little bit better at your sport? Because this should just be a supplement to your workout as a fighter or as an NFL athlete. Yeah, so our next one was a Bulgarian Bag Flip is what we call them. We're just turning it around and it's like a circumventing around over your head, but we use it at kind of the end of our workout for both muscular endurance of your forearm, but also of your shoulders. The guy who invented them, his name is Ivan Ivanov. Can't make this stuff up. He was a Russian wrestling coach and he believed that this is the only thing that like the Russian wrestling team uses. They don't use weights, they use these things. But we get to create rotary strength that we were just doing on the bands and whatnot when we're coming across and breaking. We get to create that same stability overhead and in that transverse plane. And you do these things and your forearms are absolutely smoked after it.
you feel a lot in there.
So we did an upper body day. I don't want to smoke out our upper body, so I switch it to a lower body endurance exercise. We end that as a conditioning piece, and it adds a ton of stability to our hips and our glutes, but it also challenges our muscular endurance of our lower body.
Sure, it's not your legs, it's like your hips and your glutes. Jump on there, do a minute.
We want to create conditioning without hurting our joints so much. And it's muscular endurance, like your glutes are gonna be on fire, your hips are gonna be on fire.
This really helps getting your hips back in a good position. Undo being in the right-handed stance all the time. Undo sitting in chairs for hours in meetings, so it takes a lot of time to get that stuff back to neutral.
Yeah, and your glutes and everything. Take a seat, you guys good.
Your legs are terrible, bro. Hey, he took it very well. First time I did this, straight to the ground. Well, like I wasn't as strong as I was in my 20s. Like I'm a lot stronger, like better than I was.
Big time.
I had the mobility, but I couldn't anchor, didn't have the weight. And so this stuff has just allowed me to, makes my job a whole lot easier. I'm not in as much pain.
As we age, the biggest thing is when we age, it's because we choose to slow down. So I challenge anybody out there to make sure that you can start slowly introducing these things to your own program to make sure that you don't slow down. That's a choice. Like if you move fast, you'll continue to move fast and you'll age a lot better. Appreciate you guys stopping by, doing the NFL and UFC combo workout. Try it out, see what you liked about it, see what you didn't, see if it works as it works for these guys on the field and in the ring.